this is a very unusual guy that you don't actually see around. We've seen you a couple times. This is Blaise Collin. Did I say that in perfect
perfectly?
Who writes about American football for a French website called Football Americain, which is really about American football. I had no idea that anyone in France cared about American football, but apparently they do.
We do have a small community of people that like football, that play football. We actually have a league of American football.
Yeah.
We also have a flag football league in France. So there are about 20,000 people maybe that play the game.
Enough so that you can make a hobby out of it with a website. And this is only your hobby, right? I mean, you've got a real job in Idaho Files, Idaho, which is nuclear engineering.
Yeah, I do have a job here in the US. I work for a national lab as a nuclear scientist. But yeah, and I do football writing as a hobby for that French website, so we can, you know, bring some nice stories about football to our French readers that don't necessarily can, you know, travel to the US or go to games.
Now, you had the NFL Europe for a little while. I can't remember, was there a team in France or not?
We didn't have a team in France. The teams were like in Germany, Spain,
and England.
England, yeah.
Okay, all right. But you're going to go to the NFL draft now. What do you hope to see there?
Honestly, I'm not sure, because it
never been there before. Yeah.
No, it's going to be the first time I cover the draft. I went to a few NFL games. Draft will be a first, so I really don't know. I was hoping that, you know, maybe I could get to talk to a few of the players. I'm mostly interested in college football, so the draft is, you know, kind of this transition between the two worlds, and I was really hoping that I could talk to a few of these guys and just get their, you know, point of view about, you know, their experience about what it is to go through the NFL draft process, and how excited they are about their next step.
Why are you interested in college football? It seems to be such a foreign concept to a Frenchman or anyone from France. It doesn't seem to fit, but what do I know? Yeah,
well, in my case, I worked at Penn State back in 2003. I was a postdoc in the physics department, and that's when I really discovered football. I went to, I came here, you know, watch a few games. Back then, the team was in a pretty dark spot.
I remember that season,
but
3-9. Yeah,
it was still fun. And when I went home, I decided that I wanted to keep in touch with Penn-State-football. And
you must have thought, what did you think of this thing, this place? It was 100,000 people.
It was pretty impressive, because our stadiums in Europe, like the soccer stadiums, are not that big. Yeah, they're usually half that size, if not smaller. So that was pretty impressive.
Plus, built around a college, that doesn't happen either in Europe.
No, we don't have that. We don't have that concept of college sports. I mean, we do have sports in college, but it's nothing compared to the US. It's not as big. It's not televised. Right. The enthusiasm of the students behind their sports teams is just something that's incredible. And I think that's the main reason why I've always loved college football more than the NFL. Tradition, everything that goes around college football is just so incredible and so much fun to watch and experience.
Okay, well, thank you, Blaise, and we'll maybe see you back here again.
You will definitely see me around, because I love Penn-State football.
What about some Idaho Vandals action? Does that ever happen, or are you close to that?
No, I went to a few games in Boise.
Boise State.
Because, you know, back in, I mean, they're still a good team, but they were pretty good.
The glory days were 06.
Yeah, when Chris Peterson was still at the helm. I went to a couple of Boise State games.
So you do go to the blue turf once in a while?
Yeah, because it's my neighborhood, relatively speaking. But I like to go all over. I've covered games in SEC, Pac-12, Pac-10 at the.
Washington State's up there, fairly close.
Yeah, never did Washington State. Went to Washington, USC, California.
You're really
Stanford.
a freak on this stuff.
College football is fun.
It is fun. We already knew that. Thank you, Blaise, and hope to see you back here soon. All right.